What's good, champs? It's your boy Jerry. Welcome back to Champion Talk. Welcome back to the channel. And today we got a little champ time segment today. We just came off All-Star Weekend, which means we're halfway through the season, which means we're at the trade deadline. The trade deadline is one of the most exciting times in the NBA season, man. We see contending teams, trade for, a player that they think that might take them over the top and make them title contenders. We see teams that send away their best player and go in full rebuild mode, man. So today's video is going to be 5 trades that need to happen before the trade deadline. So stick around and enjoy the video. And here's the intro.
J Squad.
Brian Russell with a quick crossover. Look at Brian Russell slips. And Michael pulls up and buries the shot to get him a 1-point lead. That may have been. Who knows? Iguodala to Curry. Back to Iguodala. Up for the layup. Oh!
All right, fellas, just a short disclaimer, man. We all know I'm not Woj, so I'm not, if I lay a trade scenario out to you guys, don't think it's gonna happen. These are just in my opinion what I think is gonna happen. So first off, man, the Denver Nuggets. Now the Denver Nuggets last year fell short to the Lakers in the conference finals. They just didn't have enough manpower to handle LeBron, AD, and the rest of them guys. And I think a guy that can help them out is somebody like Bradley Beal. Pair him up with Jamal Murray in the backcourt with the Joker. I feel like their offense would be unstoppable. Is almost damn near unstoppable. Even pair him with Michael Porter Jr. too. That's a nice little, not a nice team, man. And you might think like, how can Bradley Beal get to Denver? Um, you know, I think the Nuggets have, more than enough assets for it, man. I think they could give the Wizards, and this would be great for the Wizards too, man. Give them R.J. Hampton, Will Barton, Gary Harris, throw Bol in there, and then, a couple of draft picks. So I think that deal will work out for both teams, seeming that Washington isn't really going to do anything this year. And Bradley Beal is just, he's basically wasting his talents. Now, Bradley Beal said he's happy in Washington. He doesn't want to be traded, and I think it's just he trying to get that super max, man. He trying to get paid, but at the end of the day, it's his decision. We can't knock him for that, man. Let him go ahead and get that bag. But I feel like Bradley Beal to the Denver Nuggets will shake things up in the Western Conference and make it I think it would make them the favorites. I think it'll make them the favorites, to be honest, man. But moving on, second team. This team fell in the conference finals last year, but they were on the East Coast, man. The Boston Celtics. We done seen them struggle a little bit this season. They were just a few days ago, they were sitting at 500, man. Something we haven't seen from them in like the last 3 or 4 years. And I think, I got two guys on my mind for them. I think Nikola Vucevic, he could help them out a lot in that front court, man, because right now they're too big. It's Tristan Thompson and Daniel Tice. And they find themselves playing them guys together a lot of the time, man. That's just not going to work. And with Vucevic, man, that guy's he's a back-to-the-back player. Back-to-the-back, post player. He can shoot the three. He can shoot the mid-range. He got a nice soft touch. And I think he'll pair well, playing with Tatum, Kemba, and what's his name? And Jaylen Brown. So I think the Magic and the Celtics, them two teams could be working something out. And then you look at a team like the Detroit Pistons, who's, they jumping ship, getting rid of everybody. They done got rid of Blake. They done got rid of Drummond. They done got rid of D Rose. So, and they got a young player having a breakout season, and Jeremy Grant, who just got his career high the other night, went for 43. I feel like him on the Celtics would be big, man. He can play the 4 or the 3. And then, so, that could potentially be something like, Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Jeremy Grant, and Tristan Thompson or Daniel Tice, depending on I have no idea, man. I'm not a GM. I couldn't see how that. I couldn't see. The Celtics have Danny Ainge. I'm pretty sure he can pull something out of his ass like he always does. But yeah, but Jeremy Grant, man, could you imagine him with Tatum and Jaylen Brown? How good they'll be defensively, and we know what Jeremy Grant can do on offense. So I think that's who I think could help the Celtics the most, man. Jeremy Grant, put them with that guys. And I've never seen, I don't know what you guys, especially in the playoffs, I've never seen a game where all three of the Celtics, big three, they all had it going. Kemba, Jaylen Brown, and Tatum. It's always two out of the three or one out of the three. And I feel like when that happens, they don't have enough depth. They don't have enough depth to help them get over that hump. So I think Jeremy Grant would be great, man, pairing him with Tatum and Brown. I just think that'd be nasty defensively and offensively. So, guys, keep that in mind. And the next team, man, the Los Angeles Clippers. We all know their story, what happened to them last year in the playoffs. Blew that 3-1 to the Nuggets. And, some Kawhi Leonard, something he expressed in the offseason that he wants a point guard, he need a floor general. And the Clippers, they failed to get one. They ended up signing Luke Kennard. For like 4 years, $64 million. And he hasn't even been playing that much or that well, man. I still don't understand what Luke Kennard did to get that contract. He hasn't lived up to it yet. But, he's a young player. And, the season we only halfway through the season. Got plenty of time to, show for it. But I feel like Kyle Lowry, he just sold his house in Toronto. I think this is his last year on his deal. And he might be, I think he might be on the trading block, man. And all that he's done for Toronto, I'm pretty sure they'll trade him to a contender. So the Clippers, they have a lot of, great role players, a lot of assets. Reggie Jackson, guys like that. Lou Will. I don't know if they want to get rid of Lou Will, though. He hasn't been playing like himself this year. They got guys like that. They got Nick Batum. He's been balling this year, man. He's been balling. They got Jermichael Green. Jermichael Green is a great role player in this league. But, you pick Kyle Lowry, pair him with Paul George. He already won the championship with Kawhi Leonard. And a lot of people don't appreciate Kyle Lowry, man. Like in 2019, in them finals game, he hit some really big shots. Getting Kyle Lowry gives you a defender, a guy that can hit shots, and especially a guy that can make plays. When you look at the Clippers, man, they don't really have like a playmaker. They point guard is Patrick Beverly. He's basically a 3-and-D player, but he's just like 6'1". You know what I'm saying? He's not really a playmaker. He's not out there to make plays. So, that the Kyle Lowry on the Clippers will definitely shake. It would shake shit up, make things interesting. And I feel like the Clippers are about to be hot pursuit on him, man. And then, so keep that in mind, man. Kyle Lowry to the Clippers, working reuniting him with Kawhi Leonard. And then, moving on, man, the Philadelphia 76ers. Different team, same player. Them guys could really use Kawhi Leonard. I mean, not Kawhi Leonard. They could really use Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry, the Philadelphia 76ers, their point guard is Ben Simmons. But, he's not really an outside threat just yet. And I feel like having Kyle Lowry on the floor with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, that'll do wonders, man. I feel like Ben Simmons, he wouldn't have to be on that pill as much, as he is right now, and the teams are just backing up, disrespecting him. He can have somebody out there making plays for him. Set him up. Like I said, Kyle Lowry is a great playmaker, great defender, and he can shoot, man. He's a great shooter. So I think that is something to look at. I think Kyle Lowry to the 76ers will make the matchup with the Brooklyn Nets a little bit more, favorable for the 76ers, because just, putting Kyle Lowry on that team, it gives you another defender out there, somebody that can, I'm not going to say he's going to stop or shut down Kyrie, but he definitely going to make him work for them buckets. So, that'll be a big difference maker. And like I said, man, 2019, Kyle Lowry showed me something in that finals, man. He made some pretty, even though it was against a hampered Golden State team, it's still the NBA Finals. It was still some big shots. So I think he will help out tremendously in Philly, man. And before we get to this last trade, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you subscribe, man. Make sure you leave a like, comment, share with your friends. It's greatly appreciated. You won't miss any of this good sports content, man. If you love sports, love basketball, love football, subscribe here. But anyways, this last deal, I think all you guys know where I'm going. And it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, this one wouldn't really be a trade. It's not really a trade. This would be if Big Drummond got bought out. So the Lakers, man, Marc Gasol. I was happy when they signed him this year. You're getting a big that can shoot, that can pass, play some defense. But sadly, that's not Marc Gasol anymore. I just looked at his stats before this bid. He averaging about 5 points and 4 rebounds. He only playing 20 a night. He the starting center. And that's just not going to cut it, man. And especially with what Brooklyn has been doing, adding Blake Griffin, adding James Harden to their team, you're going to need star power. So if Andre Drummond is bought out, I think that would be a huge pickup for the Lakers, and I think they're going to pursue him hard. Because to me, Andre Drummond is an all-star. He leads the league in rebounding every year. I don't want to say he's the best defender, but he's damn sure a rim protector. He can block a shot or two for you every night. And then, he's great. He's a lob threat. Something that LeBron and AD love. AD last year, he was lobbing it up to Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee all the time. So Andre Drummond is a super double-double guaranteed every night. He got he's decent around the rim. He's athletic. He's fast. He can run the floor. And I think that'll be a good pickup for the Lakers because, Marc Gasol, I think that's where the Lakers are hurting at the worst right now in that front court. AD being out, Montrezl Harrell, he plays hard, but he's undersized. So, and then, like I said, Marc Gasol, he's just not what he is. And Andre Drummond will help them guys out tremendously, especially when it comes to the Brooklyn Nets. Because they're gonna need all the help they can get against that squad, man. That squad is loaded. So, man, and that's it for this video, man. Five trades. That last one wasn't really a trade, but 5 things that need to happen before the trade deadline. That's our vid, man. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more great content. And, man, enjoy your week, your day, your night, or whatever. And I'm out.